Hey guys, it's Adri here, and today I'm going to be doing things just a little bit different. If you guys are new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. If you guys have already been a subscriber, you guys know that I do lots of food related content. Don't worry, I'm still going to be doing it, but I'm about to take this channel to a new extreme, and I'm going to be talking a lot about finance. I'm going to be doing lots of videos to show you guys some tips and tricks on how to save money, as well as how I invest, and hopefully you guys can follow along my journey to $1 million. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how I made my first $100,000 before the age 26. I'm also going to give every single person a free stock to the platform that I invest in. The stock is valued up to $200, so you don't want to miss out on that, so you can start your investing journey today. Just a little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just going to let you guys know what has worked for me and hopefully to inspire you guys to get some ideas to implement in your daily life. Before we get started, if you can take 1 second, it honestly takes 1 second to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. It helps out so much with the YouTube algorithm and I appreciate it so much. All right, let's dive into it. Story time. So now I'm going to take you back in time. I'm going to be very transparent with you guys and breaking down real numbers, but I do have to kind of go back in time to tell you guys my story on how much I was getting paid with every job. So when I was 16 years old, I got a job at a pizzeria. I was a phone girl, as well as I would help out with pizza toppings and stuff like that. So I started making $7.25 an hour, and I was working about 15 to 16 hours per week. I was making a whopping $400 every single month after taxes, give or take. So what I did is that I opened up a checking account and a savings account. I was depositing half of my checks to my checking account and half to my savings account. So I really acted like I was only making $200 a month because I knew that I never wanted to touch my savings account, only if it was needed. Every single month, I just kept working forward to saving money. Before you knew it, I saved up my first $1,000. After about 2 years, when I became 18 years old, I ended up leaving that job and I started working at a gym facility. I was a front desk employee. At the time, I think it was $8 or $8.25 per hour. And I started working about 30 to 35 hours a week. I absolutely loved it. And I did the same method. I saved half of my checks to my checking account and half to my savings account. There's a lot of businesses that you can actually do that, or you can put like 20% to your savings account and they'll automatically deposit that percentage straight to your account. So you can set it up however you like. I was doing 50-50 because I really wanted to save up money, and I knew that that was a great way for me to do it. After a few years, I started moving up and I became an assistant manager, and then I became a manager. And at the time I was making $45,000 salary, and I was making some bonuses. The bonuses were always changing, so I can't really tell you exactly how much I was making, but I was making about $48,000 to $50,000 a year. I ended up saving $30,000 before you knew it in my savings account. I was so excited, and that's when I told my mom I wanted to take over paying my college because I was currently going to college and she was taking care of it. So what I did is I knew I never wanted to take out a loan. I did accidentally take out a loan once of like $7,000. That's another story to talk about, but I paid it back in cash. And I knew that every semester I wanted to pay out of pocket. I kept saving and kept saving, and I paid my whole bachelor's degree. I spent a total of $38,000, and that included tuition, books, school supplies, and some classes that I failed, that I had to retake. So after that, I was sitting at about $68,000, what I had in my savings account, plus everything that I paid for college, which was so exciting because I knew that if I was able to pay for college and save that much money, I knew I can get to $100,000. Now, I did make a mistake. I got a car handed to me when I was 18 years old, which I'm so grateful for, but I was 18 years old. I wanted a brand new car. I turned that car in and bought myself a $21,000 car, which it's okay, we all learn, but I could have been saving so much money. I ended up buying a car. I was spending $251 a month for 6 years, but I ended up paying it all off really early. So I was so happy about that. So I paid my $21,000 car, paid my $38,000 school, and still had $30,000 in the bank. Which brings me to $89,000. And I'm happy to say I still have that car. I have no more car payments. It's been 2 years now, so I'm able to save an extra $3,000 every single year since I don't have a car payment. So this is where the fun begins. In 2019, in February, I quit my full-time management job to become an entrepreneur. I actually started my own meal prepping company. I do meal preps and I make juices and I do deliveries. I cook, I do everything myself. And that was going really great. As an entrepreneur, you can't really gauge how much you make every single year because every single week, every single day, every single month is different. But I was doing really, really well. But then the world shut down. So that was actually a really, really scary moment in time. I didn't know if my meal prepping business was going to succeed, but thankfully after a few months, it started getting better and better and better. I was making from the lowest end $2,000 to up to $6,000 every single month. Again, as an entrepreneur, it's very, very, very broad. One month you can do great, one month you can do not so good, and so forth. I did not give up. So I was still hustling and working hard. And then I started doing some other things on the side. I started working at a company that I do a little side hustle. I can make all the way up to like $2,000 a month with that. And I normally make about $300 to $400 a week. Kind of depends on if I want to work that week or not, which I'm going to be doing a video explaining my side hustle. That's such an easy side hustle that you guys can get into it as well. And during the pandemic and being in quarantine, being home a lot, I started using that time and trying to make it more valuable. So I started watching some YouTubers that were in finance, and shout out to Graham Stephan, Ryan Pineda, Andre Jakes, Rob Bills, and David Chandler Smith. You guys are awesome. You guys have motivated me so much. So I decided that I wanted to become a YouTuber. So I started making some YouTube videos on food recipes. I was doing a little bit of budgeting, but now I really, really, really want to talk about finance because everything that I have learned, I've actually put and implemented into my life. And now I started investing in stocks and building up my portfolio and my net worth. Speaking of stocks, I started getting into stocks. I knew nothing about stocks at all. I downloaded Robinhood, which I'm going to be leaving a link below. If you download the link, you actually get my referral code, which gets you the free stock instantly. 100% you will get that free stock. So don't miss out on that. Click on that link below once you're done watching this video so you guys can start your financial journey today. In another video, I'll be showing you guys exactly what stocks I invested in, but I started investing little by little just because I was so scared. And I was adding $1,000 at a time to different stocks. Sooner than later, my portfolio started growing. I invested a total of $13,679 into Robinhood. My portfolio went all the way up to $21,138. I was profiting $7,459 in just 4 months. And I was like, wow, this is so crazy. I started adding a little bit more and I made all the way up to $10,000 profit. Now, with the stock market, there is up and downs. So there was a little crash in May and it brought my portfolio down. I was still profiting about $3,000 to $4,000, give or take, but it's starting to go back up and I'm so excited because now I'm back up to what I was before. The cool thing about it is I started investing in some dividend stocks, and dividend stocks, just by having the stock there and by adding money every single year, you actually get paid money for having that stock. Quarterly, monthly, or yearly, they'll pay you a certain amount per stock. And I made a total of $267 just last year in dividend stocks by doing nothing. Thank you so much, stock market. I'm so excited about that. This now brings me to over $110,000, but that's not all. I am a traveler. If you guys don't know me personally, my boyfriend and I love to travel the world. We slowed down a little bit because of the pandemic, but we have spent over $25,000 per person in the past 4 years. We have been to over 50 different places, and that is something that I'll never regret. We pay for it in full, so we have zero debt, and I'm so excited to say that that brings me all the way up to $135,000. Now, every single month, I am going to continue to save. At the moment right now, I'm actually making 5 streams of income. I'm working as an independent contractor, as a recruiter as well, and doing lots of side businesses. So I'm going to be sharing all that with you guys so you guys can get some ideas if you guys wanted to pick some side hustles up as well. Moral of the story, it does not matter how much you're making. You can be making $20,000 a year or $100,000 a year. It all matters on how and what you do with your money. I live a minimal lifestyle, so I'm not really all about buying a bunch of stuff. I love to use my money for experiences, and that's why I will continue to travel and continue to build wealth. Soon, I'm going to be buying an investment property, so I'm going to be documenting that journey, showing you guys the process and showing you guys the cash flow. And just a little question, I'm curious to know, if you guys had $100,000, what would you guys be spending it on? Let me know in the comments below. I'm so excited to see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, health is wealth. Bye.